Hey guys, I am Ibigandscary. I'm bringing you another StarCraft 2 replay, this time featuring Buildings in the bottom left corner, playing our purple Zerg, and in the top right we have VeKtory, our gold Zerg. It is a ZVZ. We are on Daybreak? Daybreak. We're on Daybreak. Both players are in Masters, and this is a best of 3, I believe. We're on the second tier. Daybreak is in that tier. Oh, and this is off of the GameFAQS tourney currently going on over at that website, hosted by Bone Carlos. You guys should totally swing by and check it out because I'm barely touching. I'm getting all the replays out there that I can, all the ones that I lay my hands on, but I guarantee you there's ones that I haven't cast. I just found one today that I had totally missed my first run through, so I just am getting that one up. And one of them features both of these players. I believe I cast both of these players in previous one. I know VeKtory I just did. He was playing against a guy named Demos, I think. I don't remember how that one ended. You should go watch and find out. Plug. Buildings, ZVZ, Buildings sitting out that first probe at the 13 supply mark. No early pool out of either player. So we've passed the 10 supply and the 6 pool and whatnot. So that's going to be good. We're going to see more of a macro game. But ZVZ is very chaotic and very dynamic. So the back and forth is to be expected. And it's counted on. Once we see the 15 supply, someone's going to blink first. Someone's going to throw down that pool. Someone's going to have a advantage when it comes to being aggressive. It looks like it's going to be VeKtory throwing down that 14 pool, followed immediately by an extractor. However, we can see some Buildings has cleared that 200 and minerals, so it looks like he's going to be throwing down a hatch first, not even a pool at the 15 supply. Very ballsy. His drone is going to come in and see that the pool was just now started, so he's going to have a little bit of time to get up the Zerglings he needs to defend that early investment in the economy. It's just, will he be behind? Will he be able to hold that hatchery? Will he be able to protect his drones from that early Zergling harassment? Only time will tell. Keep watching after this. No, I'm just joking. There's no commercials. I would never do that. We've got an extractor going hard at work for VeKtory. He's going to have plenty of gas saved up by the time that pool pops. Only about halfway there to get that speed down. Metabolic speed. It's pretty good. It's pretty important on this type of map, let alone this type of matchup. That speed directly correlates to how fast your Zerglings can get into the mineral line, and also how little damage they take from any spines that are positioned around the map to prevent that run by. Wow, an immediate Baneling nest being started by VeKtory, so he's definitely going to be financing his war on the more biological front. He needs quite a lot of Banelings out to do damage to this probe line, but if you can squeeze in a handful of Speedlings and morph them into Banelings within range of these guys, or maybe even just morph them in down yonder and waddle them into the very exposed mineral line down here, time will tell. Time will tell. First 2 Zerglings are out on the map. Both players have just now started a metabolic boost, so those slow Zerglings are not going to have too much of an advantage. It looks like the time difference is actually, what, 10 seconds? 6 seconds, something like that. But still, that Baneling nest has finished, so keep an eye on that. A little bit of gas saved up, enough for 1 or 2 Zerglings to morph into Banelings. It looks like they are sneaking off into the side, but some good instincts out of Buildings, pulling off 4 of his Zerglings to focus them down. Both of these will go down before they succeed in morphing out. Indeed, VeKtory decides to cancel at least one of them and get back the resources lost. I don't know if that actually shows you, because you lose a little bit, right, whenever you cancel morphing, or is that different from Buildings? Please tell me. I don't know. But it looks like Buildings is producing quite a lot of Zerglings just to hold back that aggression, to the point where he's not really capitalizing on the fact that he got that early hatchery. Yeah, he's going to have a little bit more larva, 1 more queen, but not the biggest deal in the world for VeKtory. They're going to be pretty much neck and neck because Buildings hasn't been able to power off those drones. 23 to 21 harvester count difference is minor in Buildings' favor. He also doesn't have any more gas than VeKtory, and it looks like the tech is actually neck and neck as that Baneling nest is being started by Buildings down in the natural. So both players are going to be pretty much neck and neck in the technology-wise of things, but Buildings has a lot more Zerglings out on the field right now, getting a sweet surround on that queen. Ooh, a second queen's got to be very careful. 1 queen already went down, which is a huge loss for VeKtory. Huge win for Buildings. We can see that the resources lost really swinging in Buildings' favor. That second queen will go down, but it's buying VeKtory enough time to get out 10 Zerglings, which are going to come out as soon as these drones are done dying. It looks like 1 has gone down. Will he get another one? No, it looks like the Zerglings finally arrived on scene. Oh, did he get one? No, he didn't. Wow, really good handle by VeKtory to only lose 1 of his drones from that aggression. buying enough time with the roundabout circus of that queen so that he can save those drones from any damage. Yeah, he lost 2 queens, huge amount of minerals lost there, but the end result is he kept his drones alive, which is your paramount. It's what you need. It's what needs to happen. A nice wall off there with the double Evo chambers and a spine crawler position right behind buildings. Still a little bit passive. I don't think this is necessary. I don't think this wall off is necessary. It will depend on if he's going to use both of these Evo chambers. One of them immediately starting off on weapons, but quite a lot of gas saved up for VeKtory. And it looks like buildings has enough to take another upgrade. Well, time will tell. Huge wing of Zerglings. Both of them missing each other narrowly. It looks like it'll be a little bit of a run by. The static defenses for buildings, though, will do a little bit to mitigate the damage by these Zerglings. But remember, nice Baneling hit right there, really scoring a good hit on the forerunning of the Zerglings. But they immediately run by. Ooh, 3 Banelings once again morphing off into the side. Got to be very careful there. At the same time, where are the Zerglings from? Oof, they had to pull all the way back. Buildings pulling all the way back with his Zerglings so that he can defend against this. It looks like the Baneling's popping at the perfect time, right before the Zerglings can get there. All those drones are just very, very close. A nice hit there. Really nice hit. 9 workers down. VeKtory coming off major lead on that. The harvester count hasn't evened up quite yet, but VeKtory was behind by a significant amount. And now he's within striking distance. The supply is neck and neck. The static defense is being built up. Queens are blocking the ramp. So even though buildings wants to come out and actually do some damage, all he's going to be able to do is take out the handful of drones down on the lower side. And with roaches coming out, those Zerglings are going to be minorly effective. However, VeKtory has managed to stay in this match for so long because he's been powering off mineral heavy units, queens and Zerglings. He only has 1 gas going at the same time. Buildings has 2 gas at his main as well as 2 gas down at the natural. He's going off 4 gas, and all that gas is going to directly turn into higher tech. He's got the 1-1 on the way. He's got the Baneling nest. He's got a macro hatch and a infestor pit coming on. And those infestors are really what's going to cinch him. Yeah, the upgrades are awesome, but those infestors with some well-placed fungal growths can absolutely be disastrous, even to roaches. Even though VeKtory's got some roaches out on the field right now, he's got to be very careful not to get those surrounded. He needs to be incredibly cost effective with the units he has, and he also needs to get some gas up so he doesn't fall very far behind in the economy of things. Oh, some of the queens being baited back. The wall, the ramp was undefended just for a moment, but the Banelings were in position to really just decimate the bundle of Zerglings, which is all that Baneling has, Buildings has out on the field right now. It looks like he is taking a third that's going to be scouted by VeKtory, and VeKtory knows that he's going to have to push out and prevent buildings from taking this extra expansion. But with only these roaches out, if they get surrounded even by this number of Zerglings, their numbers will be very, very reduced, if not just completely obliterated. 5 Zerglings have made their way to the hatchery, are going to begin to work on it, but it looks like supporting Zerglings from buildings will cover them up. And I think the upgrade advantage, yeah, it's 1-1 right now to 0-0 for VeKtory. And the 2-2 was immediately started by buildings. It looks like the pathogen glands is going to finish up as the infestors get on the field. Oh, those roaches, instead of retreating or doing damage, decided to attack the destructible debris, and now they've been caught unable to make it to the kind of safe haven of the ramp. They get completely surrounded, and we can see that buildings is being very cost effective with these Zerglings. With the upgrade advantage over those roaches, they die very quickly, and most importantly, no gas was lost in that exchange for buildings. Buildings can use that gas for the 1-1 with a burrow for the infestors that will be coming out. So yeah, buildings has a lot of Zerglings out on the field right now. He's got his huge map control. He's using that to take his third, and he's also using that to keep VeKtory cramped. He's busting his style. This is not what VeKtory wants to do. He wants to expand. He wants to get out the gas. He wants to get out the tech, and he can't do that. He's stuck with roaches. He's stuck on lair. He can't get those infestors out to go to hive. He can't get the spire out because he just doesn't have enough gas, because he's constantly having to produce mineral heavy units. On the other side, I think buildings is just powerhousing out minerals into his Zerglings and then using the excess gas to get out those infestors. He's got 3 more on the way and a couple more already out on the field, already ready to throw down some fungal growths. VeKtory sending on a couple of Zerglings just to see that those infestors are there. A nice reaction there, kind of splitting up these roaches so that the fungal growths aren't going to be very effective. The roaches, the Banelings not being very effective either. A handful of Banelings for VeKtory, not scoring the hits that they need. I think VeKtory is actually going to come out on top, turning on the health bars really didn't help much. But you got 12 more roaches coming out, and yeah, there's got 32 zerglings on the way, but those zerglings are going to have to come all the way back from Building's base. Another handful of infestors, and no infestors went down in that battle. You got 3, and you still have 3. And also that third was taken. It was built, and it was completely saturated right now, and those extractors are being built too. So Building's going to have an incredible economy in a couple of seconds. He's already got a leg up, 61 over 47 for VeKtory, and the gas income is neck and neck right now, but in a couple of seconds it's not going to be anywhere near what VeKtory has. And VeKtory, all he can do right now is build out roaches, hope and pray that he'll hold back this other coming aggression from Buildings. Not enough roaches right here to break down this wall, enough to do a run by though, and it looks like VeKtory managed to get his roaches over there in time. However, with this ball of roaches, got to be very careful because there's a lot of infestors out on the field. 4 infestors coming up, burrowed, no detection up here to defend. It looks like a Nidus network has been built, and it is it's being made in the main base. This is exactly what VeKtory needs. However, he really needs time. Zerglings rushes in right whenever the roaches decide to go into the Nidus network. At the same time, infestors coming up into the main to throw down a bunch of infested Terran into that probe line. The roaches spawning out, but the Zerglings were already well on their way. Drones are going down. We can flip that up to see that it's basically neck and neck. The roaches have completely spawned out into Building's main base. It looks like because of that, the Zerglings have pulled back from the natural of VeKtory, but those roaches are coming down, and the roaches from VeKtory haven't managed to make their way down into the drone line, hasn't managed to show up there and actually start doing damage to the economy. And the roaches are very spread up. They're giving the Zerglings plenty of time to get a surround. Remember, these are 2-2 against 0-0. All the roaches go down, and this aggression from VeKtory is going to get cleaned up completely. All of a sudden, VeKtory has no standing army back at his home base, and he's got a bunch of drone lines that are completely laid bare against Buildings, which is a 3-based Zerg. So yeah, had to tap out. Really, really well played. VeKtory, a fantastic idea to get that Nidus network, but you really needed to decimate the economy and then just retreat, because you couldn't afford to get your guys surrounded like that by the Zerglings. I'm sure you were dealing with a lot of pressure from the infestors back at home. Buildings just playing top-notch, taking the early aggressive stance for the economy, and it really paid off for him in the end, especially when it concerned the upgrades. You know, 2-2 against 0-0. That's really tough to come back to. I'm looking forward to Game 2. Maybe VeKtory has learned his lesson. He's going to be super aggressive and punish Buildings if he tries to do a more economy base, or maybe Buildings going to be more confident and know that he's not. He can basically go toe-to-toe against VeKtory and win in an even battle. So maybe we'll see some more one-based heavy micro. I don't know. Time will tell. I will see you guys later. Hey, if you have a game you want me to cast, you could PM me here or on Reddit. One way or another, I'll see you guys later. I am Big and Scary. Bye.